Glad y'all are here today. I know it's a little different than my normal live because it's pouring down rain outside, so I didn't want to have my phone out there milking the cow. God is good though. I didn't get too wet. It let up raining for about 30 minutes, so I ran out there and it started raining pretty hard as soon as I got done. So that was good. That was good. I'm gonna cut another light on. There we go. That's better. But I thought I'd just let y'all hang out with me while I'm making supper. I'm making chicken and dumplings tonight. It's a good rainy night meal. So I just thought I'd bring you along. So, you know, I can actually interact with y'all today. I can look over here and read the comments. But the chicken and dumpling recipe that I use, there's a video floating around on my YouTube somewhere where I've made a video about them in the past. But you can find it in my cookbook. So it's a part of Andy's family's recipe. His grandma and his great aunt. This is all their recipe that I use. So I've got to give them credit for that. This is not my original recipe.
In the comments.
Andy said that he put the link in the comments. I don't see it.
Oh, it should be there.
He's going to put the link in the...
Put it there. It's there.
What? Oh, okay. Well, there's a link coming in the comments if any of y'all are interested in my cookbook. But the recipe I'm going to be using is in there. So what I did was I boiled one of our whole chickens. For those of you that may not know, we do raise our own chickens for meat as well. So I like to boil one of those to get me a nice pot of chicken broth to start this recipe off with. Don't put the chicken in until the very end. I kind of learned that the hard way. The chicken wants to stick to the bottom if I put it in too early. In my chicken broth, I've just got salt. I can show y'all here. It's in this pot. Look over my mess. Well, you can't really see it. But I've just got some Italian seasoning and some salt and pepper is all I put in it. And I boiled this chicken about 45 minutes, something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna get this going. So I'm gonna add some milk and some butter in there. So I'm gonna be walking in and out of the camera because I'm gonna be getting stuff. So hope everybody's having a good Friday. Maybe you're off work today. I've been getting me a pretty good stockpile of butter lately. Try to make butter like every 3 days, so that way when the cow's not in milk, I'll still have some of this good fresh butter. The only thing I have had trouble with, though, is some of these people I've learned from, you know, wrap it in parchment paper, and I do the same thing, but the parchment paper seems to stick to it pretty bad. So the recipe calls for a half a stick of margarine. I cook by just eyes, so I'm just gonna put a chunk of butter in there. I'm gonna cut my heat on low. I cooked this made about 2 quarts of broth. I poured out a quart, and then that way I can add it back in if I need it. Good chilly afternoon, my favorite dish. Absolutely. This is even something my kids will eat, except for Maggie doesn't like the dumplings, so she just likes the chicken soup, she calls it. I'm just shaking up my milk. Get that cream mixed back down in there. But yeah, it's all rainy and chilly. It was like 80. I think my car said yesterday it was like 84 yesterday, and it's like 50 out there today. It's a major difference. So, needless to say, I've been about to freeze today. We went up this morning, since it was raining. Andy took the day off today, and we went up to Ararat, Virginia. Anybody that watches that's local knows where Ararat, Virginia is. Not too far from us. We rode up there, and there's some greenhouses up there. And we got us some cabbage plants, some more strawberry plants, and some apple trees, and a couple of peach trees. They had some really pretty apple and peach trees, and you can just never have too many. I'm gonna see if that link went on there. Andy, it still ain't on there. Well, I don't know. If y'all hear the TV in the background, the kids are watching Rudel. No, I still don't see it.
I don't know how to do it then because it shows up on my live chat. Tell them which greenhouse we went to in case they want to know.
Oh, and okay, well, yeah, in case, Maggie doesn't like the dumplings. Yeah, the funny thing is, like, Jacob likes, so I have to fix it. Jacob likes the dumplings and the soup with no chicken. And Maggie likes the chicken and the soup with no dumplings. So, luckily with chicken and dumplings, I can make that work. The greenhouses we went to, in case anybody wants to know, they're called Puckett's greenhouses. Up off of, we turn off of Doe Run Road in Ararat, Virginia, if any of y'all are from that area or know that area. They have an awesome selection of any kind of garden plants. The starts and everything with awesome prices. So, it's a little bit of a drive from here, but it's worth it because their prices are cheap and they, I don't know, they have good stuff. We've always had good luck with their stuff. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just waiting. I'm going to let this broth kind of come up to a little bit of a boil. And while that's going on, I'm going to pick this chicken off the bone. Let me put this up. Anybody have any big plans for Easter? We're going to have supper with my parents tomorrow night. Then, of course, church Sunday morning. And then supper with my in-laws Sunday night. We'll do some little Easter egg hunts with the kids. I was worried it was going to be pouring down rain while I was milking because it has been pouring all day long. It still looks like it's raining pretty good out there. And we just let the kids dye some Easter eggs. Good thing, I guess, about having our own eggs and, well, plenty of them because I got a lot of chickens. The kids, I let them dye 18-pack apiece. I told them when I was a kid that they were lucky. When I was a kid, we got an 18-pack between me and my brother. And they both got an 18-pack apiece, so they enjoyed that. Something that I think is crazy is those, the brown eggs. They dye just as good as the white eggs. It's just your color's a little different. Makes some pretty colors, though, with the dye and the brown eggs. I can my chicken and dumplings. Oh, how does that work, T-Paul, with the dumplings? Does that make the texture off at all? I've never even thought about doing that, honestly. I'd be interested in that. Now these dumplings, these are like the biscuit dumplings, like they're really fluffy instead of the rolled out dumplings. This is just the way my mother-in-law taught me to do it. I know a lot of people like them rolled out, like noodle-like dumplings. I took my granny shopping yesterday. She's doing a whole lot better. She felt like getting out and about for a little bit yesterday, and we stopped and got some lunch, and we had a good time. I'm glad to see her feeling better. It was kind of touch and go there for a little while. Oh, just remember this, I buy store-bought dumplings. Uh-oh, it went away. Come back. And I make a huge pot and they come out great. Oh, okay. I may have to look into giving that a try. That'd be something quick and easy. A lot of times, like if I'm making chicken and dumplings, like if I want something really quick, I can a lot of chicken and I'll just use my canned chicken. But today I had time, you know, to boil the chicken and everything. So we're doing it this way tonight. Andy, that comment still never showed up.
I don't know how to make it.
I don't know either. Well, what I'll do, for anybody that looking for it, I'll just leave the link down in the description.
It shows up on my side.
I don't know what happened. Maybe we're too close. My kids and grandkids are too old for Easter festivities. I remember being at that point when I was like a teenager. I was like, you know, too big for this, but I enjoy it now. The youngins love to dye these eggs. Oh, something else. I had this company reach out to me. Well, I have a lot of companies reach out to me wanting to like send me stuff. A lot of times it's like odd things. But this company reached out to me, wanted to send me some boots. And I'll be making a video on that maybe sometime this weekend or something. But before I made the video, I wanted to be sure that I wore them around and make sure they were comfortable and everything. Well, I've had those boots on all day today. My feet have not got cold the first time or wet. They're called Hisea. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Hisea. I'll put a link in the description to those two whenever we get off the live. If y'all want to look at those, because they also sent me like a discount code for y'all. And I was actually very pleased, very pleasantly pleased. Used to give all the nieces and nephew chicks and rabbits. Boy, moms weren't happy. Hey, that's a good way to get rid of extra chicks and rabbits. I guess they can figure it out once they get home. Alright, this is probably enough chicken. It won't take this whole chicken for these chicken and dumplings. I'll save the rest of it for like maybe a chicken pie or something this weekend. That right there is probably plenty. Alright, so I'm going to make my dumplings now. So like I said, if you're interested in this recipe, I may make a few little adjustments to it here and there, and you can do the same, you know. But I'm going to do a cup of regular flour. About a tablespoon of baking powder. Not a tablespoon. Nope, I'm wrong. That's the 2 cups of flour. Half a tablespoon of baking powder. A little pinch of baking soda. Some salt. This is kind of like biscuits, except they're dumplings. Then we'll do a little bit of butter. Like I said, just like biscuits. I'm gonna mix this in. And you can make these with buttermilk. The recipe actually calls for buttermilk, but right now I don't have any buttermilk. I've been feeding it all and hadn't kept any back. I need to keep some more back. But let me tell you something crazy, though, that I figured out about the buttermilk. Like the fresh buttermilk that I get. So, with doing some research, said you can leave it out on the counter for like a day or two, and it'll turn into cultured buttermilk. So, I did an experiment. One of them I put straight in the refrigerator after making butter. And one of them I left out on the counter for, I think it was like right at 24 hours. And it smelled a little funky, you know, but it wasn't no mold on it or anything, so it was okay. But, do you know that one lasted like 3 times as long as the one that I put straight in the refrigerator, and it made like some awesome cornbread and biscuits. I thought that was pretty cool. So now when I make it, I leave it out on the counter and let it do its thing, ferment a little bit. And then I put it in the fridge. And I just mix this up with my hand just like I do my biscuits. Stuck my elbow to the pot. We are contemplating getting some tomato plants today, and Andy reminded me of one year we did that. That's probably been 3 or 4 years ago. It got real warm like it has been here, and we caught ourselves out towards the end of April out there at 10 o'clock at night covering up plants because it was going to frost. And we had green beans that were 6 inches high because we got a little overexcited with the warm days. And so we were like, well, I guess we'll just hold off just a little longer. Because the warm days make us, make you ready to plant some plants. But we got some really pretty cabbage plants. So how much longer on homeschool? I'm holding back to. We have got, well, I'm going to tell you, we're almost done with the actual bookwork part of it. But I'm going to continue the school year on until May, at least, doing science experiments and things like that. But as far as like math and English, we're actually, we took the day off today. Monday, though, we'll be done Monday with the bookwork. So, Jacob is Oh, so excited about that. So the rest is art and science. We're going to go do some hiking up at, I live real close to Hanging Rock State Park. If any of y'all ever heard of that. We'll go up there, take the dog. We want to go to Pilot Mountain State Park. I have not been up there since I was a kid. We're going to go up there and go hiking. You know, fun stuff. But he's really, really done well. And Maggie, she does a lot of work with us too. I've got her some little books to learn to write her letters and things like that, and counting, just to kind of give her a head start, because she'll start kindergarten in August when we start back. Let me see if I can get y'all. There we go. Alright, so I went ahead and put my chicken in there now. I always save that till last. I add a little more salt. Now, before I add my dumplings to it, I got to bring it back to a boil. Where did my lid go? Oh, it's over there. Okay. This is my dumpling mixture. It's a little runnier than biscuit mix, but it's literally made the same way. But I've loved homeschooling. I think the kids have really enjoyed it too. I still firmly believe I think it's the best decision that I've ever made. Honestly, it's going good. A bunch just went up to Hanging Rock as a prepper camp out. Really? Well, that's cool. T-Paul, are you close by? Are you close to me? I did not know that somebody went up there for a camp out, because I know the cabins and stuff, I don't think they have electricity to those cabins. I don't know about running water, but yeah, I'm about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes from Hanging Rock. Not far at all. Not far at all. That's pretty cool. People went out there for a prepper camp out. We usually don't go to the lake in the summertime or go to the park because it is very, very, very crowded in the summer. But we like to try to go in the spring before the crowd comes in. They have a little farmer's market up there too. I did it one year. Went up to that little farmer's market. They have it up there in the parking lot at the visitor center. I'm just stirring it now because I've had issues in the past with my chicken sticking to the bottom. I'm stirring it while I can, because after I put the dumplings in there, I can't stir it no more. So you want to make sure there's plenty of salt. No, they turned bathhouse early. I'm in South Carolina mountains near Brevard. Oh, okay. I've been to Brevard, or been through it. Or Labor Day is good too. Yeah. To start back, you mean? That's what. So we started slowly last August, and we really went like wide open after Labor Day. We started just kind of slow in the August. But you're in a beautiful place, T-Paul. We love it up in that direction. We've been to Brevard, hadn't we? Ain't we been through there?
Yeah.
I don't know that we stayed there, but I think we've been through it. And we're getting ready to go. I don't know if y'all seen this floating around, but not this weekend, not Easter weekend, but next weekend, we're going up to Asheville to the Farm Where You Live festival. We're really excited about that. I'd love to hear if any of y'all local are going. I'd love to meet y'all. But yeah, we're excited about that. Going to Billy with Perma Pastures is supposed to be there. Somebody said, hey, Andy. Christy said, hey, Andy. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh. But Billy Bond's going to be there with Perma Pastures Farm. And we watch a lot of his stuff. Alright, so now I'm boiling, so my dumplings are going in, just to tell you what I'm doing. But, yeah, that's in Asheville, or like on the outskirts of Asheville. So what we're going to do, actually, is I'm going to milk my cow Friday evening. We're going to leave Friday after I milk. We need to be closer to you. Yeah, if the weather is good. I'm 20 minutes down the mountain. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I hope the weather holds off. But yeah, I'm going to milk the cow Friday evening. Then we're going to leave and go stay the night up that way. Because it's a little bit of a drive from here. And we're going to go there that morning and stay part of the day. And then head on back to the house so I can milk the cow when I get home. If she wasn't so darn finicky, you know, I could get somebody to come milk for me, but she ain't about that life. So, it's me, myself, and I. She don't even like it when Andy comes up talking to me. The kids don't seem to bother her. Like, I guess because she's used to them being out there, but no. She don't want nobody messing with her but me. And so what I'm doing with my dumplings is I'm kind of looking where they are and kind of not putting two on top of each other. But they'll rise in here like biscuits. Now, my daddy don't like chicken and dumplings. He said he don't care nothing about eating no wet bread. He won't even try them. That's what he tells me. He ain't eating no wet bread. So glad you're able to milk her. Yes, me too. Y'all, after last week's live, apparently it was the camera. She was just like being camera shy. She has been fine all week. Like ever since then, she has been wonderful. So I guess it was the, she didn't want to be on camera. But, she's actually due to come back into heat like literally any day now. And she's not shown any signs of coming back into heat. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that she's pregnant. I hope. Alright, so now my dumplings are in. Let me show y'all that real quick. So they're in there. I gotta put a lid on it. Billy and Michelle know who I am. Maybe we'll meet up. Cool, cool. Well, we really watch a lot of their stuff. Andy listens to a lot of their podcasts. We really like that and look forward to hopefully meeting them. And I think we saw on the website like Metcalf Mills is going to be there too with his grain mill. So we look forward to talking to him too. We kept up with him for a while. What, honey?
I think this is the dirt when we was getting the plants.
Is that what happened? Maggie got a blister on her foot when we were going to get plants today. You gonna tell them why you got a blister on your foot? Because she ran out the door and I didn't realize she had socks on. Didn't have socks on. That's Mom of the Year. Yes, and we've been dyeing Easter eggs. Justro, I adopted. So you know him too then. So you're up in that area.
What, Mama?
Do you serve any sides?
What,
no, with
Mama?
chicken and dumplings, we
Mama,
usually
what?
it's just a bowl of chicken and dumplings. I don't
What,
really cook
Mama?
anything to go with it.
Pink, orange.
Oh, I see.
I think
Yeah,
that's
we
the
don't,
one-
I
I think that's the one that I didn't do. But okay.
Uh-huh.
And this crack egg.
Yeah, that one cracked. She's showing y'all. But yeah, we would be interested, like, when Metcalf Mills, whenever he comes out with some of his meals, maybe for, like, the smaller scale.
And this blue egg.
Yes, a blue egg. That, maybe one of these days we could purchase one. So, we go up to Virginia and Asheville a lot. Gotcha. Yeast rolls go excellent.
We'll go check them
Oh,
egg.
I bet yeast rolls would go good with it. I've never really...
We'll go check them egg.
Never thought about fixing anything with it, yes. Put them back down there, honey. They're going to dye your hands. They're not dry yet. We were dyeing eggs in the kitchen floor, so that way, if it stained anything, it stained the tile on the floor, but it didn't. And plus, my tile's dark, so you can't really tell if it stained it anyway. VA, Veterans Hospital. I gotcha. I didn't realize that there was one in Asheville, which people, when I was doing home health in this area, they would usually go to Kernersville or Salisbury. Love the blue egg. Hey, Maggie. Maggie. Oh, Andy told her. But I'm just trying to watch. I'm just watching this because you can see it's like bubbling up, but hopefully it won't. Stop! 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 This is why you have to have a big pot, and sometimes I don't. My pot's not big enough. Uh-oh. I hear a siren going by. There it went. But yep. But hopefully it won't be too rainy tomorrow when we go to Mama's. The kids are looking forward to hunting Easter eggs and just kind of a blah weekend. I think it's supposed to be in the 40s tomorrow. I will freeze to death because it'll stay cold all the time anyway, so.
And I said whoever said they loved Maggie's blue egg, it was actually my blue egg.
She showed him all the eggs, a bunch of the eggs, Jacob. They're such a mess. They are such a mess. It was. But yeah, these will be done. I kind of test them here in just a minute to make sure the bread looks done on the inside, and then that'll be all. But I may have to try it and get me some yeast rolls. I've made yeast rolls occasionally. They turn out decent, but not, I don't know. I like Hawaiian sweet rolls. So, I made some ice cream. I may have to make a video on that. I made some ice cream the other day with my fresh milk, but I didn't have to have an ice cream maker. And if y'all, any of y'all follow Venison for Dinner, if you have never heard of her, y'all would probably be interested in checking her out. She's up in Canada, but she's awesome. She's probably one of my favorite people that I follow on Instagram and watch. But it was, you use the cream. So pretty much you make it into whipped cream, but you add sugar and you add vanilla flavoring, and you whip it up till it gets stiff, the cream, and then you put it in the freezer, and then like you freeze it for 6 hours, but at the 3-hour point you go in there and you stir it up, whip it up again, and then you let it freeze some more. And it's been in the freezer now for 2 days, and I ate some last night, and it was still, it didn't set up kind of like soft serve does where it doesn't keep real well. It was really good. So it gives me some more. A lot of this milk's going to the pigs, which is like free food for those pigs. So they don't mind. They love it. All right, I'm just gonna check my dumplings. Oh yeah, they're about done. Still a little gooey on the top, so I'm gonna let them cook just another minute. But while I'm on here, though, I just want to tell all y'all that I appreciate all of your support. Y'all are what keeps me going, keep me making YouTube videos. I'm having venison for dinner tonight. How are you cooking it? How are you cooking it? It's been a while since I had deer meat. Since I had the kids, I really don't go hunting much anymore, so we don't really have a lot of deer meat anymore. But I used to love deer jerky, way better even than beef jerky. Like, I love deer jerky. And occasionally I would put like a ham in the crock pot, if you get one that's small enough, and put the little ham in the crock pot and make like pulled pork, but it's deer meat, so like deer barbecue. That was really good. And of course the tenderloins, or the back straps, what a lot of people call them. Man, you can't beat it. Steak and onions, peppers and mushrooms. I'm coming to your house. That sounds really good. We'll just switch. You can come get the chicken and dumplings. I'll come to your house. Yeah, that sounds amazing. So I'm just doing this so it don't bubble out the top. Yep, my dumplings are floating, and I think they're done. Alright, so I'll show y'all. I'm going to cut my heat off. I'll show y'all what this looks like. You can see there. Ooh, stew beef pinto. Tell people it was. I did that one time at a hospital I worked at. I can't remember. I think, was it, can't remember. I think it was hamburger. Like, we were having tacos, so I took ground deer instead of hamburger meat. And the people ate them. They were talking about how good it was and everything. And I didn't really think anything about it because it was like my local rural hospital. Well, then somebody asked me like where I got that beef or whatever, and I was like, it ain't beef. It's deer meat. And one of them girls, she had moved out. She wasn't from around the area. She had moved down here, but she was like, "Oh my gosh, you mean I just ate a deer?" And I was like, "I didn't even think to tell y'all. I'm sorry." But anyways, she loved it. So I don't know that she ever ate it again, but she loved it. But yeah, so now the dumplings are done. That's how quick and easy they are. They are, I don't know, a good meal to cook on a rainy evening. So, but anyways, what I was saying, just thank y'all for all y'all support. Y'all keep me making YouTube videos, and I don't know, I just love hearing from all y'all. Sometimes I can't always get back to everybody in a timely fashion like I should, but y'all do inspire me to just keep on and keeping on. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm looking forward to the busy season. We were up in the air if we were gonna plant any field corn this year, but I think we've decided that we are. We're gonna I don't know if we'll plant any Jimmy Red. We ain't decided on that, but we're definitely gonna do Hickory King, because Hickory King outdone the Jimmy Red and the Indian corn like tenfold. We had some good corn with not much care. T-Paul, thank you so much, and you have a happy Easter. And if you happen to see me at the Farm Where You Live festival, if you come up and say hello. I'd love to meet you. And I hope the weather's good, because it'll be us and the kids, and kids walking around in the rain and cold don't seem to like that too well. So, but anyways, I appreciate all y'all watching today and coming along with me. I'll try to link the video, my actual video of the chicken and dumplings. Only difference between recipes is that yours are drop dumplings and mine are roll out. Okay, yeah, a lot of people do the roll out. I have no idea how to do that. This is the only way I've been taught to do it. And actually the only kind of dumplings I've really seen around here when people make chicken and dumplings is like this. So, hey Simpson Farms. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Lord, y'all, it's done gone. It's gone. But yeah, hopefully weather will be good up there. What are you doing? You can say hey.
Hey.
But we're going to enjoy us some chicken and dumplings. I'm going to get these youngins fed, and we just may kick back and enjoy the rest of the evening. More flour. Okay. Oh, and it just makes it thicker. I gotcha. And then you roll them out, and they're like long, and I guess. But I've ate them at like Cracker Barrel like that, and they're good that way. And like the ones you buy at the store, back before I figured out how to cook, we would eat them like that. So y'all, that's the funny thing. Like, I've not always cooked the way that y'all see me cook. I mean, when me and Andy first got married, it's be 10 years this year, we were living off a hamburger helper and frozen pizzas and like frozen corn dogs and stuff. And one day I was like, I don't know, I just decided that I was gonna start cooking, and have loved it ever since. And I think it's really paid off, and now my entire family is spoiled, so including myself. But y'all, I appreciate y'all being with me today, and I hope to do another live video next Friday. So we will see, and I'll link the video to the chicken and dumplings video, and a link to my cookbook once this video like goes out into the YouTube world, whatever it does. I'm not technically savvy, so whatever it does when it comes back on here, the links will be there. So anyways, until next Friday, it will probably be raining again. It rains every Friday that I want to do a live video, but we'll see. But join me again next Friday evening, possibly milking the cow. You may be back with me making supper. I don't know. We'll just see how the weather goes. And anyways, I'll talk to y'all next time. See y'all later. Thank you, Christy.